Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We come into the season of Jewish fall, as they call holidays, but they're really Jewish feast, or I should say, appointed time by the Lord. They are really God's appointed time. Some of them got filled, but a couple of them, and especially this two in the fall, or out of the three, the very important fall feast. Two of them didn't get filled, and one of them is Rosh Hashana, or basically official Jewish New Year. Religious is really Passover, but secular type of Jewish New Year is Rosh Hashana. Or literally, how we saying, буквально, как мы говорим, начало года, ahead of the year. And I just would like to remind that the trumpets are blowing, but the trumpets were always blowing to gather people together or to warn people. So the Rosh Hashana is really a warning to the believers and non-believers, both. Because for the believers, it will be, as we call, joyful regathering, or catching up, or rapture of the Kehillah of Moshiach. And this is a joyful reminder which we have through the Apostle Paul when he was writing to Thessalonian church, where people were questioning what's going to happen about those who are falling asleep, who passed away. And he was saying, "For this we say to you by the word of the Lord." I'm reading from Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 4:15 and on. "For this we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until coming of the Lord will not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from the heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Moshiach will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air. And so we shall always be with Lord Adonai. Therefore comfort one another with these words." So this is a comforting words and comforting expectation of the Lord's coming. But at the same time, shofar is a warning for those who turn away or still didn't turn their hearts to the Lord. And we are warning about the day of the Lord. We have so many warnings in Isaiah 13, in Ezekiel 13, in Joel, in the prophet Amos, in the prophet Zephaniah, and Zechariah. And in Zephaniah, for example, the Lord is saying in the chapter 1, he's saying, "Near the great day of the Lord, near and coming very quickly. Listen, the day of the Lord. In it, warriors cries out bitterly." And he just goes through the darkness, desolation, distress. We see many of that already kind of prelude right now, in many nations. What's happening in Syria, what's happening in Iran, in Iraq. We see that. We see that in North Korea. We see that in former Russian Republic. And in my regional where I came from, in Ukraine. And the Lord's warning was there in the prophets, right there. "And I will bring distress on man." I'm reading from Zephaniah 1, verse 17. "So they will walk like a blind, because they have sinned against the Lord. And neither their silver nor the gold will be able to deliver them on the day of the Lord's wrath. And the whole earth will be devoured in his fire of jealousy." And again, in the chapter 2, he reminds that and saying, Gather yourself together. Yes, gather, all nation, without shame, before the decree takes effect. Seek the Lord, all you humble of the earth, who have carried out his ordinances. Seek righteousness. Seek humility. Perhaps you will be hidden in the day of the Lord's anger. So the Feast of Trumpets